Our top story this Thursday, a military crash results in serious injuries.
We're taking you to the scene east of Augusta.
Thanks for trusting KRTV. 4 Malmstrom personnel have been taken to Benefice in Great Falls following a morning crash on Highway 21.
The military Humvee rolled off the road around 10:30 a.m. Details surrounding the crash are still limited. We do know the accident shut down a portion of Highway 21 for nearly an hour. It all started with 2 military vehicles heading west toward Augusta. They were about 5 miles out of town. For unknown reasons, the lead vehicle rolled. One occupant was taken by Mercy Flight to Benefice. The latest update from Montana Highway Patrol lists that patient in serious condition. The other 3 occupants were taken to Great Falls by ambulance, and their conditions are unknown. Highway Patrol is still investigating. Malmstrom officials will only say that yes, a rollover occurred and 4 people, quote, may have been injured.
The Virginia man accused of throwing pipe bombs at Montana law enforcement officers enters not guilty pleas to the charges against him. Lawrence Stewart II is facing 3 charges of attempted deliberate homicide, criminal endangerment, and being a fugitive from justice. On November 1st, Stewart was arrested near Belt after a high-speed chase that started in Judith Basin County. Stewart was allegedly throwing pipe bombs at the pursuing officers during the chase. At the time of his arrest, Stewart had 13 active warrants, including attempted murder charges in his home state of Virginia. He's currently being held in Cascade County with a bail of $2 million.
Cloudy skies are making for a dreary late fall afternoon in north central Montana.
Storm Tracker meteorologist Mike Rollins is in the Weather Center. Mike, when will the sun return?
Well, I think it's going to be several days before we start to see that sunshine break out. We've got a lot of clouds out there right now, satellite radar combined. Lots of clouds, that thick, mostly cloudy sky, but no rain and snow to speak of under the big sky. That will change in the next 48 hours. I do expect a couple of showers around here as we get into your Friday. We'll look ahead to the weekend forecast coming up.
Thanks, Mike. The Montana National Guard's 495th Battalion is in Fort Hood, Texas, training for an overseas mission.
MTN's Melissa Anderson is on special assignment traveling with the unit to experience what it's like for troops in a live fire convoy mission.
The training ground here in Fort Hood is called Sugarloaf. It's said to be the largest post in the United States, and it's also where most military train before heading out of country. Their training starts before the sun comes up. After preparing their weapons, fueling their military vehicles, and loading up on ammo, the troops are briefed on their mission for the day.
This morning we're doing our pre-combat inspections, getting our Max Pros ready to go out and do convoy live fire.
15 members of the 495th Montana National Guard Battalion embedded themselves inside mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles called MRAPs or Max Pros. During the training, the troops will maneuver through live fire from insurgents and explosions from IEDs.
You just got to scan your sector and understand your limits of fire on live range like this, because things can get pretty dangerous.
The mission is to protect convoys in transit with supplies. The troops travel as a team along the route. Communication is critical. However, during this training mission, the battery powering the turret for the lead truck isn't working, so the gunner has to compensate by manually controlling it.
So communication and pre-combat inspections are very critical for that, so everybody knows how to use their secondary devices.
The debriefing or hot wash after the exercise helps the troops learn what they did well and how they might improve. The live fire prepares them for what's in store when they deploy next month.
You're prepared to go out?
Oh yes, ma'am. I'm more than ready.
In Fort Hood, Texas, Melissa Anderson, MTN News.
The live fire portion is just a part of the 495th's training. We'll share more from their mission tomorrow night.
The future of Montana's congressional delegation met this week in an effort to bridge the partisan divide. Democratic Senators Max Baucus and John Tester invited Republican Representative-elect Steve Daines to their weekly Montana coffee meeting. For the past 13 years, Baucus has been having breakfast with constituents who travel to D.C. Tester joined the coffee meetings in 2006, and Daines just jumped on board 3 weeks after winning the election.
Montanans are looking for the members of Congress to work together to really put solutions in place that not only address, the short-term crisis are so important. There's a lot of discussion about the fiscal cliff at the moment, but also the longer-term challenges we face. So I'm looking forward to rolling up my sleeves, working with Senator Baucus and Senator Tester together as Montanans to come up with some solutions here that the Montanans elected us to do.
Daines will be officially sworn into office in January. He says until then he's hiring staff and getting adjusted to life in D.C.
Every year, thousands of AmeriCorps VISTA volunteers are sent around the country to join a new community and to lend a helping hand.
Usually a one-year stint away from a family and working for less than minimum wage is enough to make volunteers emotionally drained.
But as KRTV's Aaron Shermley reports, one VISTA's dedication has fueled a passion and commitment from the community to keep her in Great Falls for at least one more year.
I know, right?
AmeriCorps VISTA Jill Jennings believes in second chances.
I have family who've struggled in the criminal justice system, so it really makes me want to change it, want to make it better, want to make it logical, want to make it make sense.
Fittingly, Jill has dedicated the last year of her life to creating a transition coalition in Great Falls, helping inmates reintegrate back into society and become productive citizens.
It costs about $94 a day to house somebody in jail. So if we can give them the tools necessary for them to go back into the community and not commit any crimes anymore, we're saving lots of money for the taxpayers.
In just a year of existence, the coalition has had many successes. A handful of businesses in the community have donated time and resources to help create classes at the jail, preparing inmates for jobs when they get out. But 1 year on the job wasn't enough. Several businesses, nonprofits, and residents raised enough money to pay for Jill to stay as a VISTA in Great Falls for one more year.
It was just amazing to see everybody kind of come together for the purpose of, saving their VISTA. It's kind of a, classic hero story. And I absolutely love being in Great Falls and doing reentries.
As a VISTA, Jill only makes $10,000 a year, and although learning to budget and living with little means has been a challenge, she is grateful for the experience.
Really only getting the essentials and understanding the population that you're serving. A lot of the times when these offenders get out, they make minimum wage. They make very little money, and so it really kind of puts you in their shoes.
Jill says she's fallen in love with the Great Falls community and hopes an opportunity opens for her once her role as a VISTA is complete. In Great Falls, Aaron Shermley, MTN News.
Well, the holidays are a time for family, friends, giving, and celebration. But for those who are separated or divorced, the festivities can bring out difficult emotions. A Great Falls church is aiming to give hope to those struggling this season. The program is called Surviving the Holidays. It addresses feelings of loneliness, stress, and depression to help connect, make a plan, and create positive memories this holiday season.
People feel they may walk in here, well, I'm going to be the only one that has these type of feelings. They are not. They have others, and that's what this is about, is to help them know they're not alone. Because you really feel alone. You feel like you're the only one going through it. You're not.
Surviving the Holidays is this Sunday from 5 until 8 p.m. The program consists of a DVD with words of wisdom from counselors and others who have been through divorce. The event is free. Child care is provided. If you'd like more information, click on the link to this story at krtv.com.
This weekend, folks in the Great Falls community can help kids in need while enjoying an Italian-inspired night out. Toys for Tots hopes to raise $20,000 at their auction dinner this Saturday. Businesses have donated a number of items, including 2 round-trip tickets to anywhere Alaska Airlines flies, tickets to a Green Bay Packers game next season, and 3-night stay at a resort in Mexico. Coordinators say they're guessing everyone in attendance will find something they can't live without.
This auction dinner is our main fundraiser. This is where the money comes from to buy those toys. So we really plead for people to come and have a great time and still support all of the kids that need help this year.
Right now, Toys for Tots only has 10% of the items needed for North Central Montana. Last year, they were able to give toys to more than 3,000 children in 8 different counties. When I mentioned the Green Bay Packers tickets, old Cheesehead over here really lit up.
Our own personal Cheesehead. He'll be fighting everybody for it.
That's something you can't live without. Packers tickets?
Yeah.
Well, you could just wait till you head home.
That's true.
Right?
That's
probably
not
hard to
happening for
get,
a while.
yeah,
We've got to
so.
get
You
through
have
winter
chances that, yeah, that's right.
You have much better chances.
We're snowed in from the winter.
We're not quite that bad.
You know, and we were talking about the snow this weekend, and now it looks like it's going to be rain.
Okay,
We've switched that. So
and warm rain, right?
Yeah.
Warmer, yeah, a little bit warmer out there for the weekend, warmer temperature. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look ahead to a messy weekend in the west. And if you do have travel plans tomorrow, watch out in Minneapolis, either coming from Minneapolis going there. Dense fog and freezing drizzle will be a problem. Minor delays expected. Denver 58, partly sunny. Some rain in Seattle. We'll talk about our chances for rain next.